Are doing well. We're back here again with another episode of the Detox Podcast, episode 327 to be exact. If you're new here and you enjoy music, podcasts, comedy, or hooping videos, do consider subscribing. We've got a whole bunch of that stuff going on around here. When you do subscribe, leave a like or hang out with us in the live chat like you're going to do today. Helps us share conversations and laughs like this with more people, so do consider doing that. Now, before I can introduce you guys to my guest this week, got to talk to you guys a little bit about vacations. It's somehow still too nice out here in the Midwest, so you've got a few weeks left of enjoyable weather, and you should get out and you should enjoy it. And there's no better place to do so than with today's video sponsor, Alpine House 2. Alpine House 2 is a classic Swiss chalet duplex A-frame log cabin located directly across the street from the Ski Relay Resort in Iron River, Michigan. Surrounded by forests, lakes, rivers, more specifically Iron River, makes Alpine House 2 the destination for fishing, hunting, hiking, and as we do get into those colder months, snowmobiling and skiing, etc. They've been pretty regularly booked up over on Vrbo and Airbnb, but if you reach out to them over on their Instagram at Alpine House 2 and tell them that Darren, Rita, Detox sent you, they will get you guys set up with a great sweet deal on a vacation. That's at ALPINEHAUS number 2 on Instagram to stay up to date with other renovations, bookings, and more. Let them know that Darren, Rita, Detox sent you, and they'll set you guys up with a vacay. Now, I did mention this is the 327th episode of the show, so we've been doing it every week. All right, that's a lot of weeks. When I started this, it was really bad. Some people would say it's still really bad, but it would be worse if I didn't have these guys in my back pocket over at Impulse Cameras. Impulse Cameras is located in Oak Creek, Wisconsin's Drexel Square, and has everything you could possibly need for your creative projects, whether it's cameras, lights, microphones, gimbals, or even just a place to record your own content. They have all of it. They don't just have great gear, though. They also have extremely hardworking and talented staff that's here to get your gear that's suited for your needs at prices that actually fit your budget. So they're great guys. They've been on the show too a while back. They will answer anything you need. They'll quote you on stuff if you want to get a studio built out. They'll help you figure that out, what's best for you. If you're still not convinced, they also offer super legit rental programs that allow you to get your hands on some great gear without buying. So check out at impulse.mke on Instagram or impulsecameras.com to see everything they've got going on around there. They're also linked down below. That one last time, that's at impulse.mke on Instagram. Shout out to them and Alpine House 2 for sponsoring this episode. Now, with all that good stuff out of the way, I'm excited to be kicking with my guest this week. We got to give a wet detox welcome to Ray Roberts here in the building.
Hello.
You're here, man.
Hi. Am I supposed to clap too?
No, you don't. I mean, you can. You should. You deserve it.
Yeah, bring my own energy.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. And we were talking before we went live. You're like one of the first people ever to respectfully cancel on this show and reschedule.
Yeah.
No one does that.
Well,
and I think it's I don't know if it's a creative thing. I deal with a lot of creatives, musicians, comedians, actors, etc. When people don't want to do something or something comes up, they just flake.
Sure.
What's up with that? Why are we doing that?
I think it's honestly everybody wants to be fucking cool. And it's one of those hey, this is the lowest level of power play you can make is just I'm just gonna show up or I'm not gonna show. It drives me insane.
Yeah.
There's people who I'm friendly with. I forgot. I should have brought up this. I'm not gonna say the name, but you did bring him up earlier. He just didn't show up to a show in the UP.
Wow.
The Iron River thing just reminded me of it.
Oh, okay.
And he just didn't show up, and I saw him, and I was afterwards, and I was like, "Hey man, is everything good? Are you?" And he's like, "I just didn't feel like going, and I didn't like where I was in the lineup." And it's so you couldn't have sent a text message?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not even a hey, can't make it. Tires flat. Lie.
What is it? Yeah, or something. Give me something, dude. I ran into I bartend outside of doing this, and there's some musician friends of mine that I know that they came into the bar to visit. I'm thinking oh, they're just, you guys must be just going to the studio tonight.
Sure.
They're getting plastered, man.
Yeah.
And then in the middle we're talking, they're like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to go to such and such's show tonight. I'm a special guest. I'm supposed to do 3 tracks with them. And I'm like, well, you're plastered, man. Are you going? He's like, I don't really want to.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are you gonna let him know?
Yeah.
It's his show and he asked you to be a special guest.
Yeah.
I feel I don't know. To me, I'm that's shitty. That's disrespectful.
I mean, but there's also signing up for something and then just not having it in you.
Sure.
And I mean, just fucking, I'm going to do Bremen after this, and it's one of those now that it's whatever, it's 6 o'clock. I don't know what day it is. Now that it's that time, it's kind of should I just text them and be I'm just gonna go home, But you still text them,
yeah, just let them know.
But at work, at best, you're like showing somebody that like you're taking their time seriously, like as seriously as your own time.
Yes, yeah.
And at worst, like your fucking name's on it. Like
Yeah.
you want to be like, especially in this, like I've never had like a stage name or anything like that. So like any of the, like I work too hard for like Ray haha laughs a lot to get the fucking credit for it.
Yeah, yeah.
But also if I fuck up, like my name's attached to it.
Yeah.
So like that keeps me on the straight and narrow too.
Yeah.
So like if my stupid name's on a list at like a bar in Milwaukee and
yeah.
I'm not there, I don't want them to be like, oh well, fucking Ray Roberts didn't show up.
Yeah.
Like somebody might remember
And then it'll be
that.
it'll be months from now, and they're
Yeah.
looking to get people, and then they'll see Ray Roberts submitted for this thing,
Yeah.
and you're like, I know that name, and I don't like that guy.
No, I
You
mean
know?
I'll also motherfuck the wrong people, and
Sure,
like, but
sure,
like
it happens.
I'll say it with my chest, but like you take the good with the bad, you know?
Yeah, fair. Now you told me you used to live out here for a little bit.
Yes.
You're in Chicago now.
Yes.
What is the difference in, because both people,
Yeah.
or I would say both cities have a pretty bad record when it comes to drivers. Who's worse, Milwaukee or Chicago drivers?
Drivers.
I'm gonna raise your camera up here. A little
That's
bit.
fine.
You're
I keep moving
You're
around.
sitting upright so well. You have great posture.
I'm trying.
You have great posture. I have to get on that level.
No, you're fine. It's one of those like I need to do it. It's like nerve wise. Like, do I
Oh.
look?
No,
No, I'll just, like slouch and then it looks like shit, so I have to like do it. I would say I prefer Chicago's bad drivers more than Wisconsin's bad drivers. So like the traffic's worse in Chicago.
Sure, there's
just
more.
overall. Yes,
Yeah.
just more people. The streets are always tore up, or
Yeah.
like God forbid the government's in the way.
Mm-hmm.
There's that, and then, but like Wisconsin is like. I think Midwest nice needs to be stopped at all costs because like everybody just like the like, oh, I'm unsure of like going into like the next lane, like just fucking go, like go into the
all
next
right.
lane.
You need some more decisiveness out of us.
Yes, make a decision, go.
Yeah.
Like tell me, like I made eye contact with a guy on the way up here. Like I'm gonna move over to the right lane because I had to get on this thing, and then it's like almost like he just like waited for me to do that, and that's when he just like started to mosey over, and it's like if you're gonna do it, do it.
Yeah, like if you're gonna go. You
Yeah.
waiting now? I don't know what's happening, and it's like I'm gonna have to
Right.
shoot even faster, or et cetera. Like you don't know.
Yeah.
You're gonna make an accident happen.
Yes, like it's at least with Chicago, like everybody's going 1,000 miles an hour,
Very
and like
decisive.
everybody's thinking for themselves, but like you can kind of get that pattern down. Like
Yeah.
it's like how Teslas ruin traffic because they actually like when you're on like the autopilot, they actually follow traffic laws.
Yeah.
Versus like how people actually drive on the highway.
Yeah. Because a Tesla will start braking,
Yes.
30 feet away
Yep.
from somebody, sees them braking.
Yep.
I'm not doing that.
No.
I'm probably not.
I see
doing
that 30 feet. That's enough room for
That-
my car.
I
My
can
car's
get in
not
there.
30 feet.
Exactly. I can get in there. I can get a couple of my cars in
Yeah,
there.
70. That's the floor. I'm doing 82 right now,
Yeah.
and like that's like just slow enough that I won't get pulled over. You know?
Yeah. It is crazy. I do think like, especially Milwaukee, like, or I should say Wisconsin in general, I do see more of that
Yeah.
like indecisiveness.
Mhm.
The only people that are decisive then are even scarier though. I think
Yes.
maybe our psychos are a little crazier up here.
Well, I think that's part of the problem is the caginess of like the Midwest nice. Like that's why fucking people eat people up here.
Yeah.
It's like if you could just like tell somebody to go fuck themselves and
Yeah.
not be seen as a pariah socially.
Yeah.
Like that's
Then you wouldn't hold all that in.
Yeah.
And you could let it out sometimes.
Yes.
Instead, what they do is then they try to swerve 7 lanes,
Yep.
kill a family of 4.
Right.
Because they've been holding it in all the time.
And you're on 7 or 8 pops before you get on the road because you can have 1,000 DUIs up here.
Yeah, it is true also. Yeah, that's
And it's
insane.
like, and bless their hearts, you
Yeah.
know, they can get away with it because of like the bar levy or whatever that thing is. The bar,
yeah,
fucking,
yeah, it's true.
the bar league.
Yeah,
like,
the
they're,
Tavern
like,
League up here.
Tavern
The
League,
Tavern
that's what it
League.
is.
That's a
let
mob,
them get
dude.
10. Like
Yeah.
let them get 10 DUIs and then like suspend their license. You know.
Yeah. Then they can lose a couple points.
Yeah.
We'll still let them register the
Yeah,
car.
we'll let it. Like you gotta get to work somehow.
Yeah.
Like.
yeah, they work at the bar. They're a
Yeah.
bartender. Yeah.
But I mean, it's one of those like I don't know. I think it's the same. Like somebody said I'm a psycho, but like I worked at a coffee shop for a while, and I would like hang out there afterwards, and like the only table that was open was a 4-top, and like so I just sat there and I'm like working on shit, and like I see like a family of 4 come in, and like they just would like hover and like keep walking by, and like since it's like not Midwest nice to go up there and be like, hey, do you need this whole table?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they just like kept like trying to like walk closer and like make me uncomfortable.
It's passive aggressive.
Yes,
That's what we are.
That's
yeah.
all it is. And I just like I had enough of it that day. I was like, I've like even like I was like live tweeting it. I was like, I'm
Really?
going to die at this table before this
Wow.
family gets to sit here.
You're like, fuck these kids,
Yeah,
man.
all they have to do is ask, like, hey, can you like move to it? Yeah, no problem. I have zero problem
Yeah.
doing that, but I need you to ask me.
Yeah.
And I don't
Ooh.
care if you think it's rude. Fuck you. That's just like asking a question.
Yeah, it's a it should be.
It's
It
a
should be
normal
polite.
question.
It should
Yes.
be polite to ask that.
Or like, hey, do you have somebody coming? Like, is there a reason? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
oh no, I'm so sorry. I didn't see you guys sitting there. Like, it's not my job to look out for your table.
That's a good point. Yeah.
And it's like it happened I was at the doctor today, and and of course he was a black guy, so like he was like sitting there, and 3 separate people that didn't work there like came up to him because he was just like sitting there for a while, and they're like, do you need help finding a place? Like, are you like, what's going on?
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I was just like, what other world is
Yeah.
this like normal?
Yeah, yeah,
And I
yeah.
was like, oh, I just haven't been in Wisconsin for long enough that like this
Yeah.
is weird to me.
Yeah, it is a weird passive aggressiveness that we have up here. It's just like people don't want to say what they mean,
Yeah.
but they want to do something. They want to communicate it somehow. Like
Yes.
they can't let it go either. Like there's like, I don't know how to put it. They won't tell you exactly what they mean, but they won't not say anything. Like they can't let it. Like there's like like boomer, especially Wisconsin, like boomers. Like
Yes.
they can't not say something, especially if they saw like a black person in the room.
Yes.
They have to say something to them because they're like,
Just gotta check.
yeah. And it's like, no, you don't.
You don't.
Either say it with your chest, whatever you want to
Yes.
say, own the racism,
Yeah.
or maybe just don't say anything.
And like I'm from Ohio, and it's not like it's not like the North. It's not New York where we're like, get out of the way. Like I'm walking here. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
but like the amount of times where like I met somebody and like told them to go fuck themselves in the first 10 minutes of knowing them,
Whoa.
and then becoming best friends with them by the end of the night is more than 5.
Wow.
You know
That's
what I mean?
impressive,
Like, and
yeah.
it's just like, hey, you're fucking up right now. You need to know. Somebody needs to tell you.
Somebody's got to check you, man.
Like maybe you don't know that either you need to know that you're fucking up right now,
yeah.
and like somebody needs to let you know, or you're like doing this on purpose, and like
Yeah.
I need to know if you're doing this on purpose to like see how to approach you.
Yeah, how can we be better in like the Midwest, especially maybe specifically Wisconsin, with checking people? What's like a Midwest check look like? Like if somebody is causing a scene at the bar,
Just like, hey man, what's going on? Like,
Yeah.
what do you like? Are you okay?
what's going on there?
Like,
bud?
and are you okay? Is
Yeah.
everything going on all right?
Mm.
Like,
As opposed to what do you see? What do you see in Wisconsin? How do they do it now?
they'll just sit there
They'll
and
just
like
watch
let it
'em.
happen,
They'll just watch. They'll
or
hover.
like
They'll kind of stand around
just like
behind them.
look.
What's going on?
Look to see if like anybody who works there is gonna do anything about it.
Yeah.
Do like a whisper.
Yeah, that is true. I've seen that. I've been that. I've
Yeah.
done that.
Yeah.
I've done it, man.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
just like I really hope somebody does something about this. And it's like, hey, you could just be like,
You could just ask them.
he's just a guy.
Yeah, that's true.
And
That's
it's like, what's the word? Like he's not gonna take a swing at you. He's
No.
maybe gonna say some words.
Yeah,
Like words aren't gonna hurt you, man.
that's fair. Yeah, we're scared here in the Midwest. What you mentioned that you were a barista for a little bit, that you
Yeah.
were working in a coffee shop.
Yeah.
Give me like what is the worst part about being a barista or working in a coffee shop in general? I don't know if you had.
People. I mean, it's obviously like
Is
especially.
it as bad as like 50-year-old comedians make it look? Because there's every time they write a skit about a barista, you guys have the most power in the world. You're the most evil people in the world.
It kind of rips. It is kind of like.
Is it
I
like
mean,
that?
we kind of are. Like,
Okay.
and it's one of those like you try. That's very funny. I never thought of it that angle of it. Like, you do kind of control somebody's morning a little bit.
Sure, yeah.
And especially like if you're like an old guy and you have like, and I mean that's like what I like about working at a coffee shop is like I'm 35, so like I was like the first one I worked at I was like 32, something like that,
yeah.
but I'm like working with like 17, 18-year-olds
Yeah.
as well, so like you have like a 55-year-old man asking a child for like their coffee juice, and like if the kid doesn't like want to, they're just like nah, and like they kind of like there's like a weird power dynamic
There is a little
to
power.
it. And like in no other place do you have to talk to a teenager to get what you want either.
Yeah.
But then there's also like people like run into me who's like a man in his 30s working at a coffee shop with like a 16-year-old who like hates his life that he's there.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, hey man, I don't give a fuck about your coffee. I'm so sorry that this is the most important part of your day.
Yeah.
But I just don't care. And I'm so sorry that like the coffee I just made isn't as hot as McDonald's coffee. Like I don't maybe go to McDonald's if you want McDonald's coffee.
Sure, yeah.
So it's like it's just like so it's fun, but yeah, like it's always like I was telling the story yesterday, 2 days ago to a friend. Like this lady ordered a bagel and was like too impatient to wait for it to be toasted. And I've had to just be like, hey man, it's not McDonald's. Like it's not ready. Like we make it after you order it.
It wasn't frozen. We didn't put it in a microwave. Like it's just we cut the bagel. We're putting it in right now. Give it a second.
Like how long does it take for you to
make a bagel at home?
Yeah, it's gonna take at least that.
yeah.
And are 20 people in front of you also ordering bagels? Like I'm sorry that you're running late today. Next time, stop at a drive-through or like go to Speedway.
I can't stand that, especially with like people getting coffee before work that are running late and try to make it your problem. It's like, dude, if you're running late for work, I'm sorry, you're a grown adult. You don't get your baba this morning.
No.
Don't. If I'm running late for work and I really wanted a matcha or I really want to, can't get it.
Yeah,
I'll DoorDash it to work.
Are you a matcha man?
I'm a matcha dude, not coffee.
I can't.
I don't really like coffee. I'll be honest.
That's fair. I like matcha. It's one of those things that like they say it's supposed to be better for you, like because it's like more of like a level.
I feel like they just say it because it's green. I don't know.
There's probably that to it, but I saw one like. Someone called it like a army latte or some shit.
Whoa.
Where they're putting shots of espresso in matcha.
Whoa.
And I was like, one, that's got to be the worst tasting drink of all time.
Yeah.
But also two, like what are we doing? Like I'll put like espresso in coffee, like I'll get a red eye.
Yeah.
But I mean that just feels like weird science at that point.
That does. That's especially like I mean I like matcha, but it's not. It really don't taste that good.
No.
Like it's like it's performative. I'm just doing it for the look. You know,
it's the in thing right now.
I've got my wired headphones and I try to read, something, some feminist literature on my walk to work, and then I got my
got The Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah, that's all I'm doing. I don't like it, so I can't imagine putting espresso in it.
No,
that's not worth the look.
I don't know. It's just like just do drugs.
Yeah,
like at that
point,
we have Adderall's a thing. Like we can do that.
Yeah. What do people not get about you guys working in the coffee shop? What do people come in and what is an expectation that people have of you guys or what you do? It's just not right.
I also I think it might be the only place, or it might be like the first place, because now it's like where customers always right doesn't exist. Because most of the time the customer doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about at a coffee shop.
Yeah.
Because like Starbucks ruined, and it's not their fault. It's Starbucks' fault.
Yeah.
Because like Starbucks has like a Frappuccino, and like so you just like the first place you go to is a Starbucks because it's McDonald's. Like it's like if you're going to like McDonald's all the time and then you go to like a craft burger place.
Yeah.
You're not gonna order a Big Mac. Like like you're gonna order a cheeseburger in like a different way.
Yeah.
So like people will come in and be like, I need like a caramel macchiato. And like most coffee shops don't do a caramel macchiato because a macchiato is this big. Starbucks just makes a giant fucking thing and calls it a caramel macchiato.
Yeah. Also, their sizes confuse me every time I go in there, man. I never.
There's that, but like, so when people come in and they'll be like, "This is like my drink is this, and this," and then like, okay, well, we don't serve that here. Sorry. So like, people don't like being told no.
That's true.
Or like being put on that back foot of like, well, this is what I know that I like, because there's so many different ways that you can do coffee.
Yeah.
They can be like, well, I like my coffee black, and it's like, easy, I got that.
Great. Yeah.
But like, they can be like, I like my latte with like less foam or like more foam, or
like 2 sugars, hold the cream,
the whole fucking thing.
They've got the whole.
So it's like, and then if you like deviate from their thing a little bit, or it tastes a little bit differently because they're at a different shop, they'll be like, well, you made it wrong. And it's like, well, maybe I didn't make it wrong. You just like, it's different.
Yeah. Maybe it's just different coffee because you're at a different fucking place.
And like, there is like a little bit of like an art form to it, a little, because like you have to, I mean, Starbucks, you're pressing a button and a machine makes it for you. But like, if you're like, I had to go through like a class to be able to like pull like espresso shots and like learn how to steam the milk and like, so like you're like actively doing it.
What's the hardest part about pulling espresso shots? What's the toughest part about that?
I'm just getting it like dialed in. So like in the morning, you have to like redial in the espresso shots.
What does that mean? What does
So
dial in
yeah,
mean?
we're gonna. So like you have to grind. So like when you go to a place, like the beans have to be ground. They grind them right then, because if you pre-grind espresso beans, it won't taste good.
Okay.
So then you have to like grind it and then like run the shots through. And like let's say Colectivo, I worked there. Like they had specific parameters. Like it had to be between like 20 and 22 seconds for it to like make a shot out of it.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure like the grind is right. You have to make sure that like the dose is correct, because it also had to fill like a shot. So it had to be like, I'm trying to think. I think an ounce and a half.
Ounce and a half is a shot. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it had to be an ounce and a half for like one shot, but like it makes two out of the thing. So like in that time, it has to go through the same amount. And so like you have to get in the same time with the right amount of espresso while also making sure that it tastes good. Because like, yeah, like the same time, like you can like 2 out of 3 is super easy. Getting the third one and like dialing it in to make sure that you get the right like flavor notes and blah blah blah, like that is like tough.
So what's the worst thing somebody could order that's going to be the hardest thing for you to do?
Oh,
Like when you see that ticket come up and you're like kind of in the weeds, like you're in the well just cranking them out. Like what's the worst thing to see on a ticket?
a frozen drink.
Yeah.
If you're in the like if you're in the weeds and it's just like a smoothie and it's like fuck you. Like
yeah.
why are we doing this right now? Like you like there's 100 orders. I mean, it's kind of an easy way to get your drink faster too, though, is because like if I'm in the middle of the rush and like there's like 3 things, like 3 drinks in front of me, the blender's like right there, and we're gonna want to get it done with the quickest, so it's out of the way.
Yeah.
So like there's a way to do that. And then I would also say just like if somebody comes in and orders a double shot of espresso, like if they're like the pretentious type that like you have to put it in the espresso cup with like the little spoon and like serve it with like the thing, and like they're actually gonna like judge the crema and like the flavor notes, and you're just like fuck off, man. Like these are and I'll tell people, I'll be like, they're actually really good today, or like hey, I'm just letting you know it's gonna be it's a mid shot, like I've been doing like vanilla hazelnut lattes all morning, so like they don't taste the espresso anyways, so like I didn't take the extra 10 minutes to like redial it in halfway through.
Sure.
Because like it changes throughout the day as well. Like the humidity in the room changes how the beans go through the grinder. And if like the sun is on it, like that
really
heat,
damn,
like it'll release the oils in the bean a little bit more and make it go through the grind. Like,
and our coffee people, I don't mean to cut you off, our coffee people like wine people.
Yes.
Because like sometimes, so as a bartender, I can't stand wine people sometimes, especially more so red wine people.
Yes.
Because they pretend like they know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're talking about. And they suck. And like if there's a smidge on the glass, they want a new glass and whatever. So it's like wine people always
you can't just pour the wine into the new glass either. You have to get a brand new glass of wine.
I gotta get that glass is shot, giving that to somebody that's their shifty now, you know. Like that sucks. So I feel like espresso people gotta be like wine people.
They're the worst. Except for it's worse because they don't eventually get drunk, they just get more
amped up. They're more dialed in.
They're more dialed in. And
that's fucked.
It is like, and it's a very similar thing, like wine to coffee, and that's why I love, like, I nerd out about it sometimes, and I mean that's why I miss working in a coffee shop, is like I have just all this random coffee knowledge that like I'm never gonna do anything with.
Sure, yeah.
What, like this is the most I've talked about it in a long time.
Goodness, we're dumping it here.
But like the different like types of grind are like, that's the biggest difference.
What is
like,
that?
An espresso grind is like more of like a fine grind. So like that's why it only takes like, let's say 20 to 30 seconds, is because the water's running through a more finely ground thing, so it's got to pick up all of that flavor. That's why it's like finely ground is like the water runs through and catches more, and it'll catch more because it's finely ground. Where like a drip coffee is like a more coarse ground, or coarse grind, or like let's say like a French press is kind of like a tea, like that's going to be a really coarse grind because it's sitting in the water that whole time, and that's why like people like French presses to like test a coffee, really, because that's the one where you get it like the coffee changes as you're drinking it because the temperature changes, how long it's been sitting in there changes. So there's that. Like you can get like like an AeroPress. That's what a lot of people do when they're like camping and want good coffee. Is you like just you can put like good actual coffee into like this thing, and you just like press it like an old school espresso maker was mostly just like pressure where you push it through manually. So like there's like 1,000 ways to do it, and like the grind is like the most important part of it.
If we went to a coffee shop and you were curious at how good their game was, what are you going to order to test
either
it?
a flat white or a cortado.
What are both of those?
Yeah, so flat white is my favorite drink. Like Rick Rubin, if you ever want to like watch somebody talk about it, like
really Rick Rubin's a big coffee guy.
He likes flat whites, and it's
okay.
like he says it's the perfect drink, and I kind of agree with it. So like a latte's like 2 ounces of espresso, and then like the rest is milk with like a little bit of like foam on top.
Yeah.
Cappuccino, 2 ounces, like a standard one, 2 ounces, however much milk you want in there, and then more foam to it. A flat white is going to be 2 ounces of espresso, 6 ounces of milk, so it's an 8-ounce drink, and the foam that's in it is between a latte and a cappuccino. So like you get like a perfect amount of like you get some milk, but it doesn't overpower the espresso, and then you get some foam, but it's not like it's got like a texture to it.
I'm having whipped cream on my drink or something like that.
And then like a cortado is just like 2 ounces espresso, 2 ounces of milk, 2 or 4 ounces of milk, I forget off the top of my head. And it's a tiny drink, so like it's basically like drinking espresso with cream in it. Like if you have like a splash of oat milk in your coffee or whatever, it's kind of that like equivalent.
Whoa, man, yeah, be interesting. I'm not a big coffee guy. I just haven't had much coffee, but even just listening to you explain it, I'm like, maybe I gotta try some stuff.
It's like, and I mean, I like especially since I don't drink anymore, like it's a very like equivalent to like espresso shots are like very similar to like drinking like a tequila like a sipping tequila, where you're gonna sit there and you're gonna sip it. You don't just like, you can like take shots of it, but you're gonna sip it, you're gonna enjoy it, you're gonna taste like the flavor notes, blah blah blah. And that's kind of what like a cortado is it's like a little tiny like sippable drink, where like a drip coffee is just like a fucking Miller Lite. Where you're just like, okay, I like drip coffee, I like the way that this tastes, but like you're not gonna be like, you can, but like you're not gonna be like, I can taste the cherry notes in this one.
What about like cold brews? Those are like, or
I
not
like cold brew,
or what's the one that Starbucks had a while back, the nitro brews?
Cold brew.
What is that about? They just put it on a tap and we're
pretty much. I mean, the nitrogen, so what it'll do is like that infuses, like there's more nitrogen in there, so it kind of like it boosts something. Somebody explained that to me at some point. But like cold brew, the reason why, like that's basically coffee tea, because you're just like leaving a shitload of coffee beans in water in a fridge for 24 hours. So it's just like
just sitting there,
everything's in there. But that's all, and it's like the biggest, like it's the biggest steal, like they're stealing money from you for cold brew.
So like cost wise, it's so effective for them.
Like it's like there's not extra labor involved. Like it just sits in the fridge for like an hour or for a day, and then you have to like dump it into a different bin.
You just
like
strain the beans out.
And it's not even like, it's not that big of a deal, but like
they're marking it up too, man. They're making bands.
It'll be like
that.
$7 when like a drip coffee, which is basically the same thing. It's not as powerful because it's not like steeped in it the whole time. But like, I don't like, it's like you can get a drip coffee for like $2.50, $3. Or like a cold brew for $7.
Give me like, what is like the worst customer interaction you've had? Has anybody like really crashed out? I mean, I'm sure people get mad about their coffee tasting a certain way, maybe the bagel lady. Is there like a worst instance that pops out to you, either with a coworker or with somebody that
I mean, we had to call the cops on a guy before, because like it was like a homeless dude, houseless, whatever we're supposed to say, unhoused, the person removed from home ability. It's so like, I like, just so quick as like, since I live in Chicago, like there's homeless people everywhere. Like there's like a tent city outside of my apartment, so like we'll like buy them care packages and like bottles of water and shit, and like in the summer and whatnot. and I'll just be like, I'll say like homeless, and somebody will be like, excuse me. And it's like, go fuck yourself. All right.
Yeah.
I know my like homeless neighbor's name. Like,
Yeah.
when's the last time you like, I gave him a hug the other day.
Get
When's
offline, dude.
Yeah. Like,
Get
have you ever
offline.
touched a homeless person? Like,
yeah.
don't talk to me.
Yeah.
But like an unhoused individual came into the colectivo that I worked at and got into a legitimate fight with some of my staff. So I ended up having to call the cops on him.
Damn.
So I don't know how much worse it can get than that.
Yeah, that
like
does
I guess we could have gotten robbed, but like
Yeah.
I had to work in like that crazy snowstorm that we had a couple of years ago, where it was like snowing, and then it was like also like -30 or whatever the
Were people
fuck.
coming in for coffee still?
No,
Oh, okay,
but
that's
like
good.
we still had to stay open.
That's great.
For corporate, and I sent everybody home. It was like right before I quit.
Yeah.
I knew I was gonna be quitting soon, so I just like sent everybody home. And
Yeah.
like my boss called me. He's like, "You're not allowed to work by yourself." And I was like, "I get that, but like." It's dumb to have this like 19-year-old girl who weighs 7 pounds in this
Yeah.
car. Like she's gonna freeze walking to her car.
Yeah.
I'm sending her home.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
nobody's coming in here. There's a blizzard coming.
Exactly, yeah. Dude, I remember I think I was working during that, and people still came into the bars, and I was like, what are we doing, man?
Sure.
Like, what are we doing? Like, why can't I go? I wanted to go home. Like, you
Yeah.
think it's going to be dead? You know, your managers are kind of like on the fence about maybe to
Yes.
do the same thing. They're going to let us all go home. And then you get like those 4 or 5 regulars that are like, oh, so glad we made the trek up here. I'm so happy you're open. And they're like covered in snow,
Yeah.
like just look disgusting. Like, was that enjoyable to walk all the way out here?
No,
Like,
but they have an addiction,
Yeah.
so they have to get there.
they have a problem, man. They have a problem. All right, outside of coffee,
Sure.
I won't grill you on coffee the whole time. You mentioned something right before we went live that I thought was interesting. You said we could talk about this. So I'm not being Charlemagne the God bogus bringing this up or
Sure.
something. You said you got a vasectomy
I did.
last year.
I was like, "Where's this going?"
Yeah. Last year you got a vasectomy. What's that like, bro? There's a lot of people, especially, you know, there's I won't say a lot, but I mean, I feel like the sentiment's growing more and more. There's
Yeah.
some young leftist men that maybe want to stand in solidarity with against
honestly,
some of the
like,
stuff that's going on right now.
So I honestly got it. My now ex-girlfriend, whatever, complicated. She wanted to get off of the pill, and like at that point, it was like I'm not really in a rush to have children at any point, and like even if we ended up getting I'm 35 now, so like, and especially so she was the same age, and it was like kind of shit or get off the pot time of like having a kid, because like I know that like now it's 2025 and women can do everything, but like scientifically, like past a certain age, like chances are that like babies like get like diseases at a higher rate the older you are.
Yeah.
And she had been on the pill since she was like 15, 16, something like that.
Yeah.
So like half of her life, or like most of it at that point. And she wanted to get off of it. And I was like, okay, well, I'm a grown ass man who's been with the same person from, I'm not using condoms. That's insane.
Yeah,
Like, are you kidding me? So like, what's the point of having one specific sexual partner if you're not going to be able to hit it raw?
You gotta go raw.
That's the whole point. And that's what we're looking for.
That's what we do it for.
Love
right?
and acceptance, sure, fine.
That's
but
a
like hitting it
byproduct.
raw, come
Yeah,
on.
Yeah.
But like, yeah. So it was like I looked into it, especially down in Chicago, like Planned Parenthood. They have a sliding scale thing. So if you make no money, you like I got the vasectomy for I think all in like less than $300.
Wow. Okay.
And just like went in. It's very easy. It's very simple. Like it's not. I would recommend paying for like whatever like little Starlight drugs they're gonna give you. I said I wanted them, but I apparently on the payment plan you don't get them. That's your punishment.
Yeah. I feel like you can't put this on Klarna. You
yeah,
can't.
the fucking whatever Xanax or whatever they're gonna put me on. But yeah, it was. I don't know. Like it
went
was
in. How long did it take? Like
45 minutes.
Wow, really?
Like I mean, I had to go in. So like Planned Parenthood, they like super grill you, and I guess it's technically a big life decision because like the point is like yes you can get them reversed, but it's like a whole fucking surgery kind of deal. And then if they reverse it, there's no guarantee that it'll work.
Oh, interesting.
So like it's supposed to be like the last thing. So like the one appointment that I had to go to was essentially them just like asking me like, "Are you sure?"
Whoa.
Like 30
They're trying
times.
to talk you off the edge.
Kind of.
Yeah.
And at one point, because I was like, I had to like think about. I was like, I'm at Planned Parenthood.
Yeah.
And they're asking me 100 times if I'm sure that I want to get a vasectomy.
Yeah.
If they asked a chick twice if she's sure that she wanted to get an abortion, that's on the news.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
so
you're like, whoa, man, you guys really don't want me to do this.
Yeah,
huh?
and so like their whole thing, and like it's kind of funny now that we're broken up, that they're like, well, what if you guys break up? And it's like, then I just won't, like, then I'll be able to have sex without condoms and not have
Bust
babies.
nuts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like what are we talking? Like,
don't gotta
that
pull out.
rules. Like, no,
Yeah.
you should still wear one with strange partners, kids.
Sure.
Right down the barrel of the camera.
Yes. Yeah. Public service.
Where's your fucking ad for that?
I should have. I should have brought one. We need Planned Parenthood.
But no, it's like it was maybe a half hour, 45 minutes. They take you in there. The doctor had jokes, like, he found out I did comedy, was asking me about it while they're doing, like, you're awake the whole time. You're like under, like, they just like tarp off like your dick area, and then find your vas deferens and then like snip it right at the base of like each testicle. And like his like little fun thing is like you do the one, like they like clamp it off, which almost sucks worse than like the rest of it. Like, and it's still like, the reason why I say you should get the drugs is like it's still a surgery, so like it's still like technically traumatic.
Yeah.
Because like I heard like the pop of him cutting my like vas deferens, and like that's just like a sound I'll never forget.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just like I wish I would have like been high for that. Like that would have been way cooler.
Yeah, dude, holy fuck.
But like he goes like.
Did it pinch? Like, did you feel a pinch or anything, or was it?
Yeah, it's like I mean, like they use like local anesthetic on there, so like it's not like insane. But like when they put the clamp on it, that's almost worse because they like clamp it, like it's like a clamp.
Rip your scrotum.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, like in like not your scrotum, but like they'll find like the cord and then put a clamp on it so it doesn't go anywhere, so they know where it is, and then they'll snip it and then cauterize it. So then you like smell your own fucking like your own skin burn. It's trippy.
It is a little trippy.
Where it gets wonky is when they go to do the second nut, and like it took him a minute to like find the vas deferens on that one, and he just like looks me like dead in the eye, and he's like, it's always harder with the second one because they know what's going on. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, what
the fuck, man?
I was
That's
like,
awesome.
you just cut. Yeah, like
he's worked on that.
He's fucking workshopped it. Like, part of me respected the joke. Like, it's a well-crafted joke.
Yeah.
But it was just like, hey, not right now. Like, my pants are down. This lady's seeing my dick at like the worst it's ever been, because not only am I at a doctor and it's cold and shriveled, but like you're also cutting it. So it's like it is out. It's coming out of my asshole. That's how far my dick's inside. Of me. But yeah, then you like, I had like a joke about it, but like it's hard to like portray it. But like walking in, I even got like the whole Planned Parenthood experience, because there was like a guy protesting Planned Parenthood out there.
Oh, great.
Like thinking that we're like walking in to get an abortion, because like my girl came with me. Because she was going to drive home because I thought I was getting drugs. Otherwise, I could have driven myself home and, like, skipped that whole step. But, like, we're walking in, and he's just, like, yelling at her. And I'm like, hey, man. Like, the joke is, like, I didn't have time to, like, explain to him that, like, I'm getting a vasectomy to, like, stop future abortions. So, I'm, like, doing the thing. And so I just like yelled at him, like, I brought him into this world, I can take him out. Like, that's what I yelled at him. Which is funny until you like come back out and he's like still yelling, but like you just were also getting your dick cut off. So like you have to like deal with that same guy, and you're in a far worse mood now, but like you started it kind of. Like I could have just ignored him. So like that was kind of fun, but like I don't know. It's not like.
How was the first piss after when you got
Not
home?
bad. That's easy.
Really?
I mean, it's not.
I didn't know if it would hurt at all or anything.
No. I mean, I don't know if you know this, but peeing is different than anything to do with ejaculate.
I did. Yeah. I'm familiar. Yeah. Okay, so but it didn't hurt at all. Nothing. It was sitting down. Or...
It was like, I mean, it was definitely uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's like sore. I mean, your nuts hurt for like a week or whatever, and like Yeah, I mean it's
But then you're good.
and there's like bruising around it. Like it's a pretty gnarly look. It's like one of those like obviously like don't take a picture of your nutsack and put it on the internet, but like it was like a pretty gnarly. Like you can see exactly where they go in because they just go in like at the top of your fucking scrotum. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
They go in right at the top, and then like it's just like little tiny holes, but then it's like surrounded by like bruising around it, and it's just like a gnarly looking thing.
Whoa, yeah.
And I mean it's not.
You ice in the sack at all?
Yeah,
at
you
this
gotta
time?
ice it
Yeah.
the whole time. Like ice it, smoke a bunch of weed. Like it sit on the couch for a week.
Yeah.
Like don't schedule yourself a fucking show at the Comedy Cabin a 2-hour drive away from home the next fucking day.
Yeah.
Which I did.
Excellent.
So I mean, like that clips or like that whole set's out there. It's a very fun set. Shout out to Nathan in the Comedy Cabin, but
Yeah, it's a cool place.
it's the best. And like it shouldn't be that good. It's a basement in Janesville.
Yeah, dude. I remember we did an episode there.
Oh,
we went there
okay.
to do it, and I just like walking in. I'm like, what the fuck is this office building?
Yep.
And then you go in the basement of it. And
Yeah.
You're like, oh, this is even weirder. And then right when you get in there, you're like, oh, this makes sense.
The whole thing,
This is
like, yeah,
awesome.
the
This
whole
is
thing
awesome.
should not make sense. And
Yeah.
it's like one of those, like, there's no reason
Yeah.
why it makes, and it's, but like, just fucking, I have a great time every time I'm there.
It's awesome. And I lived in Janesville for a few years.
Okay.
So like the fact that it's in Janesville, it
Yeah.
cracks me up, and it's great.
There's that
it's
cute
so
little
good.
downtown area, but
Yeah.
like, fuck the rest of it.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, so like, and it's, yeah, I mean, if you do it, rest, like, don't do a road trip the next day. I think that like made it take a little bit longer to recoup, but I think I was like, I mean, I wasn't like out busting nuts 2 weeks in, but like,
Yeah. What was the first nut like though? After, was that pretty awesome?
No.
Were you like, I'm not, like, you like go in like, I'm not pulling out, and we're gonna use this today. we're gonna practice. We're gonna see what
I
this
did
is about.
I did a solo act the first one, you know, because I wanted to. I feel like that's something that you should just like try to make sure like no
Experience.
like weird blood is in there. Like you don't,
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
okay,
Like
yeah,
you don't,
smart, you're smart, yeah,
like
yeah,
you
yeah.
don't, like you know, it's already weird enough. You don't
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
like bring another like bystander into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it wasn't ideal. Like it,
Yeah.
I don't know. It kind of like, because they say for sure like at least a week. I think I waited 2. And it's still like, I don't know, it's still not like great. Like you're not fully healed, I don't think, for like a month or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's still weird. And like, I don't know, mentally, there is that like weird, like, it's for sure, not even on like a manliness thing, but just like you kind of mentally know that like now you're just doing it for sport. Like there's not even like any sort of like
no danger.
procreational
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
thing to it.
There's no risk, man.
There's, I mean, like I never went and like did the follow up thing. Like you're supposed to like take a sample and they'll like let you know that like it worked completely or not. So like that's kind of the risk to it of like, I heard it pop, so like I'm 100% sure
You're
it
good.
went
Yeah,
through.
yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
And it's almost one of those like if it gets past that, like fine. Like
Then
that's,
maybe it was God's plan.
right. That's
maybe
a Tim
that guy at the
Tebow
front-
baby. Yeah. Like we're not like that
Yeah.
one's getting through. Like
Yeah.
that's a miracle baby.
That's who the guy in front of the Planned Parenthood is protesting for, is those babies. Then
Yes.
then me and him can
We're
get
on the
board.
same page
Yeah,
with that
exactly.
kid. Like if
Yeah.
it's that specific.
Yeah.
Like a kid around the corner from me growing up, they had, like he was like 12 or something, and they had an oops baby. Like the mom got her tubes tied, which is like supposed to be like it
That's locking it down.
and had a baby.
Whoa.
So then he got like his dad got a vasectomy, and like the lady got like a hysterectomy because they're like, we can't afford this other kid.
Yeah. Holy
But like
shit.
at that point you're like, well, we have to. Like
Yeah.
this one's like, it beat modern science.
Yeah. Like this one's gonna be something special.
It has to. I mean, it's probably working at a gas station, but like,
Yeah,
it's
Probably.
it's the best quick trip in all of
It's a
fucking
regional manager.
Waukesha County.
Yeah, regional manager for sure, dude.
Making $65K a year to start.
Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. That's cool. You know, that's cool. Do you think you're a good texter? Do you think you're a good texter?
In what context?
Like, do you think if you're texting your buds or texting a lady friend, you were in a relationship for a long time?
Sure.
you
Like
think you're-
responding back, or like being smooth, or like.
Do you know both?
Okay.
How are you with responses?
I'm very good with responses. I think I'm a little obsessed with my phone, like everybody else.
Yeah, we all are.
I think I found the perfect amount of notifications though.
What is that?
Cause like my phone, except for when I'm at work, my phone's always like on silent. But like I'll see like on the screen, like you can see if somebody texts you or like if somebody emails me. Like Facebook Messenger, I keep on so like people can hit me. Because like with comedy, there's so much like through Facebook, Instagram. Like that's the only reason why I have social media. It's I get booked through Instagram. Like that's where like group texts. Like we did this on Facebook Messenger. Like, so like you have to have it. So like if Instagram had an Instagram manager, I wouldn't have Instagram on my phone. Like I would have gotten rid of it by now. But there's not one. I did find the other day you can just get notifications when somebody messages you though.
Okay.
So I have that on. So like, because I was like, I found like, I wasn't getting Instagram notifications. So like I wasn't getting that like, oh, I got to go on there and check it. But like I wouldn't know if I got a message unless I was on there.
Yeah.
So I was just on there all the time now.
Just checking,
Just checking. Yeah, I got to look and see. This is how I get paid. This is how money comes in.
Yeah.
So now I get that. But like I'm very good at responding. If I don't like I will purposefully not read a text if I know I'm going into something because I don't want somebody to get like the red receipt and then me go do what I have to do and then forget to text them back or like text them back or then be like, why isn't they texting me in fucking 3 hours?
That's so relatable because I do the same thing. I do this thing. I'm almost maybe a step worse sometimes where I will like I feel like if I were to respond, I have a bunch of messages in my phone right now. Just had some stuff going on the past couple of days. Haven't had time to get to them. I'm weird where like I don't want to respond to one person if I'm not responding to everybody.
Interesting.
Because I feel like I'm being like fake almost. So like I have like a bunch of DMs from people that right now that I need to like book for the show.
Yeah.
And like I kind of like almost treat it like I'm gonna right now like I like don't want to do all this. I know I'm gonna think a lot. I know I'm gonna have to like I want to respond to everybody like thoughtfully and respectfully. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to do this right now.
So I have the mental energy.
Yeah, like I'm gonna do this later or tomorrow, and then I'm gonna do all of them. Like when I feel I'm feeling good, I'm gonna hit all 10 of these people back up, and then I'm just gonna send everything, get rid of my phone, and I can respond to them later.
Yes.
Hopefully it'll be one at a time. You know, it won't be all at once. But I do the same thing, kind of similar, where it's like I don't want them to see that I saw the message.
Yes.
Because then they're gonna be like, oh, this guy's like he's leaving me on red. He's ignoring me. It's like my hope is that if I don't respond at all, that they'll give me the grace of like, oh, he was busy, which is like kind of silly, but you know.
It is kind of silly, but it like that's kind of like online. What's the word I'm looking for? Like that's just like kind of
etiquette.
understood.
Yeah,
etiquette. That's the word. Online. Is like if you read it, then you're supposed to respond to it. Like that's the glory of text messaging is it's there. You can get to it whenever.
Yeah.
But also like having read receipts. Like, okay, they read it and either like are thinking very, very hard about a response or like read it and forgot or read it and don't give a fuck. Like there's so many options.
There's so many ways to misinterpret things.
Where if you don't read it, it's like, okay, he just hasn't seen it yet.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's just like, whatever, like maybe he's busy. Maybe he saw it come in and just doesn't have the time to do. Like, I'm much more forgiving where it's like, hey man, or I'll see somebody in person and be like, hey, I texted you the other day. I don't know if you saw it yet or not. And they'll be like, I saw the message come in. I didn't read it yet. I'm so sorry. Like, and it's like, no problem, dude. I would much rather it be that way than like, I read it and then forgot. And it's like, well, okay, so you read it and it wasn't interesting enough. It wasn't important enough.
Yeah.
So and I mean, if it's that important, I'll give you a phone call about it.
Sure,
but like,
it's pressing.
Also, if you give me a phone call, somebody better be dying. Or
yeah.
like
yeah, dude, that's the next level.
Something right now.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting too. Like, I feel like I used to be jealous a little bit of people with like Androids, which is weird because, but the reason was because they didn't have read receipts. I don't know if you noticed. I don't know if you know that. Do you have a?
I have a Google phone.
Oh, you've got a Google phone. You're one of them. Yeah.
Yep.
They now there's like an update where I don't know if it's just Google phones or if it's Android, whatever. I get the green bubble. Yeah. I can see if they read my message or not now. It does that on iPhone, and it used to never do that. Like especially like cross phone. And now I'm stressed out texting green bubbles too. Because before I was like, oh, if I text somebody then they have green bubbles, it's not even real.
Yeah.
Like they're not even a real person.
Yeah.
I can say whatever I want to. I can respond to them a week and a half later. It doesn't matter because it's a green message.
Yeah.
Now they can read it.
Yeah.
and they can see that I already read it.
Yeah.
It fucks me up, man.
And now you have to deal with second-class citizens.
No, I do. Yeah, no, I do.
I just never obviously like my first smartphone was like the iPhone 4,
Whoa, okay, classic.
like old school, like in
The
09
4
or some
was
shit.
sick, dude. The double glass on
Double
both
glass,
sides. Oh, it was awesome.
it had some weight to it still. Like
Yeah.
you could tell that it was like well made.
Buttons and everything.
Buttons,
Oh, man.
fucking the home button.
Yeah.
But then I like soon switched to like Samsung because I was like, I mean, I've always been like, I never had an iPod. I mean, I had an iPod Touch where you could text through that. That was the best.
That was sick, man.
But then like I always had like a Zune. Like I had that first
Whoa.
because like you could like, I loved the idea of like being able to like send music to people.
Yeah.
So like I've always been on kind of like the PC side of it versus like the Mac, because like the PC side of it's always kind of like pushing the edge a little bit of like newer shit, where like Apple's like, no, we're gonna streamline this and make it look real sexy and make it real like easy to use.
Yeah.
But I also feel like infantilized a little bit when I use like Apple tech, because it's just like, it's so like round and bubbly and like you like, look at how happy you are going to our fucking Apple Maps, and it's like, nah, you kind of suck still. Like it's at least with Android, like I know that they're just like, whatever, we want the best feature, we want like something cool to happen, we don't give a fuck about the user experience.
It is funny, like whenever they like launch the new iPhones and they do like their whole like event and everything, and it'll always be like unveiling some sort of feature that already existed on a Google or Android phone like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we have this now. Like, okay.
Yeah, sick.
That's been around, man.
It's been there.
It's been around. There. The only reason I've got one is because of the blue messages, bro. Because they got me a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I just can't give it up.
And it's hard to get off of. Like, that's the reason why I went Google phone.
Yeah.
Is like all of my like I use Google, like Google's Drive, Google,
that makes sense.
all of it. And I was like, Google has all my information anyways. Why not have all of the rest of it?
Do they give you any free storage? Any extra storage for that?
I think you get for like a minute, like you get like free storage and like you get like deals and shit.
Okay.
The thing that I like most is like the fucking call screening that they do.
What is that?
Like they'll go like spam messages, like it screens the calls for you. Like I think on the new iPhone it does it now too.
Yeah.
But it like I've had it for, I mean, I've had this phone for 3-4 years now, and like if it's like a number that's not in your phone, and it's like on the spam list or whatever, it'll either just like say spam call, or it'll actually screen, like if it's like something where it could be like a real call, they'll like screen it for you, and like a robot voice will like answer and be like, hey, who is this? And then it'll be like, this person's calling from this. And
we
then
definitely don't have that. We do have the first one now. It will tell you if it's spam.
Yeah.
But we don't have the screening. That's cool.
Yeah. So it's like one of those like, and it's like a very nice like, oh, okay, cool. If it's like my doctor got a different phone number or some shit, they can be like from like Aurora, and you're like, oh yeah, I do want to pick this one up.
Sure. Yeah.
So like that's kind of cool.
Assistant. That's kind of sick.
It is. It's kind of having an assistant.
Yeah.
But it's also like, I don't know. It's still just a phone. Like it's not.
That's true. Yeah. I try to stay off it as much as I can. It is hard when this is like kind of what you do.
Yeah.
You know, like you got to be on it. Like you said, booking and stuff is on it, and for us, it's like I'm posting clips all the time.
Sure.
I'm having to like see what people are talking about so that I can talk about that also. Yeah.
Staying in the zeitgeist. And it's one of those like, it's, I mean, I think it's a fight that everybody has, but like it's one of those big fights of like, hey man, my job's the internet now. Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I'm so jealous, dude. I got like friends because like I work in the restaurant industry, and sometimes I'll talk to people, or I meet people that like they're like, yeah, like I just don't use my phone. Like, you know, you run into like a cook or somebody that just doesn't, and they're like, dude, I'm so jealous that you just like live completely off of this. Like they don't need it at all, and I'm like, I wish.
Well, I do like apartment shows and shit, and like apartment buildings have like Instagram pages that they're trying to get more like followers.
We have one,
and
yeah.
shit.
And I'm like, that's stupid. Why are we doing that?
And it's like, and I understand that like advertising and whatnot, but it's also like, I don't know, like it shouldn't be like, if I wasn't in comedy, there would be no need for fucking social media at all. Like I don't get why like regular people are on it, period.
Yeah.
Like what do you mean? Like they have access to all of your information. Like it's known to make you dumber and like ruin the country. But like you just like want to post pictures of your kid.
And you think about like the fall off of Instagram, that apartment complexes are having Instagram pages now.
Yeah.
Like when Instagram came out, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was just like fun. You had like, you followed like 50 people that you knew
Yeah.
And then it was like your timeline every day was in the order of like in chronological order of when people posted shit.
Yeah.
God, now it's all just curated.
I read, it's called like, I think it was Chaos Machine or some shit like that. It's like a book about social media and like the negative side effects that it's had on culture, obviously. But like the biggest takeaway I got from it is that like nobody knows what the algorithm does anymore.
Yeah.
Like it's so far, like even the people at like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of them, they made the algorithm forever ago, but now it's like taken itself over, and like they can like adjust it and like bump things and like make like, well, this week we want longer videos to get more sway, so they'll like kind of adjust it a little bit, but like nobody knows how the algorithm works anymore.
Yeah, and now it's so good that it's so like personalized that
Sure.
like even like the election last year, I'm sitting there, my feed, I'm thinking, oh, Kamala's got this in the bag.
Oh,
dude.
0%.
And it was, yeah.
I mean, I went to school for political science. I called the Hillary campaign before as well. Because like I worked as a campaign manager in 2014 for like a state representative in Ohio, and then like in 16 I was just like selling cars or whatever, and like went and like volunteered knocking on doors, and I like went to this spot, and it was like one of the most unorganized things I've ever been to, and I was like, how was my campaign more organized than fucking Hillary Clinton's campaign?
Yeah.
And I left that like, you go like knock on doors, and like usually you'll want to give like volunteers like an easy list because like you're just lucky that they showed up.
Yeah, that they're there.
Where
Yeah.
like I'm somebody who's knocked on tens of thousands of doors because it was like my job for like a cycle. So like I went with like the state rep that I got elected a couple years before that, and like she was like, hey, he knows what he's doing, give him whatever. And they like gave me like half of a door list. And so like by the time I like got out and was walking, it was like 17 to 25 doors. And it was
Really?
like, yeah, by the time I got to like I went through it, and it was like, then I go back to like turn my thing in, and they're like, oh, do you want to do another one? And it's like, well, no, you fucking had your shot.
Yeah.
Like they told you like what's going on. Like
Yeah.
don't do it now. Like
Yeah.
you should have done it then. And it's like after that experience, I was like, oh,
Faith was shaken.
yeah, we're fucked. Like
Yeah.
I was like, if they know what they're doing at all, like we're gonna end up losing. And of
Yeah.
course it did. So like this one, I was like, after the ear shooting.
Oh, I mean that changed a lot, definitely.
I was like, okay, this is like burning the Reichstag. Like he's
Yeah.
in. Like
yeah. I thought the same thing when that happened. I guess I did have that like hopeful optimism right as we got close because
Sure.
of the debate and everything.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, she like crushed him in this debate. Some people thought otherwise, I guess, but I was like, man, she crushed him in this debate. My algorithm, they got all these good memes of her. I'm like,
Sure.
it felt like it looked similar to like the like memes and like the internet, the stuff I was seeing, to like what 2016 looked like online,
Yes.
where you would see like all these guys like just like dunking on SJWs
Yeah.
and doing whatever, and it felt like it now in retrospect, or like right after Trump won that, it made you would look back and be like, oh yeah, I guess the last like 6 months it makes sense how like online all these people got
yes.
molded that way. It felt like that going into it, and I'm like the coconut fucking memes and all this shit. I'm like, oh, Kamala's got this, dude. And then the day happened, and I was like, oh wow, we just got smoked.
It was legitimate. I went out because it's like it's a Tuesday, obviously, because it's a Tuesday always. And like I'm watching the results at an open mic.
Oh, God.
Which is just so dumb.
Yeah.
And like they didn't have it on in like, it's like in a back of a bar, so like there's like the bar, and then like their like back smoking area is like
Yeah.
where the thing is.
That's tough. You guys still did the open mic.
It's the big leagues.
Yeah.
All right? We're
Yeah.
fucking. It's
Yeah.
the third biggest city in the country.
Yeah.
When you move to Chicago,
Sure.
you're doing
when
it
when
fucking real.
Yeah.
When you're doing 4 minutes in front of other comics in Chicago, the election's not gonna get in the way.
Yeah.
You got to see 20 bad election takes, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sitting at the bar just like watching it, and it was like all of like, and it was just, you're like, oh, this is done. Like you could tell so early, and
Yeah.
it was like, well, here we go. And I mean, it's kind of like it was a buried story, obviously, because like the media is controlled by them now. But like, they showed that there was like tampering in like those like close counties to
Yeah.
like sway the votes a little bit, and you're just like, okay. what are we gonna do about it? But
yeah. It was just definitely it just one of those key indicators for me of like how good the algorithm had gotten, because I genuinely was convinced, and I'm like pretty skeptical, and I didn't think she was like a great pick and all this stuff. Obviously, like I don't think she was a great candidate over some people that she's not who I would pick, right? But I'm like, but objectively, when they would ask people, like when they would poll people on like, what do you think about this policy versus this policy, and they didn't have names attached to them, obviously all of her stuff was still more popular. I was like still hopeful. And then dude, I got so sucked in that when it happened, I was like, damn, my algorithm is that specified to me that it knew like you're gonna eat this shit up.
Yeah, I like, and it's giving it to you. I initially thought it was going to happen. Like I was like, okay, like once Joe Biden stepped down, I was like, okay, we got this in the bag. Like we don't even have to fucking worry about it.
I thought there was gonna be the diet Republicans that like, like those ones that voted for Obama.
Sure.
I thought that this was gonna be their moment where like there was a lot of people in the first two Trump elections that voted for Trump but did so quietly. That like they're kind of embarrassed about it, but they're like still so conservative or religious, whatever the reason was, that like they'll do it but kind of begrudgingly, and they won't like advertise it because they don't want to be ostracized. Where I thought it was going to be, because there was so much like MAGA is so hardcore. Yeah, I thought there was going to be a small group of like diet Republicans that would be embarrassed to tell their MAGA buddies that they voted for Kamala, but they were going to do so quietly. And I was so wrong. I was so wrong. Dude.
I think, and I forget who said it, but like it was like, they put it perfectly. They're like, if you guys like, if you were just like a little less annoying, this wouldn't have been happening right now. Oh, yeah. Like just a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like let them say the F slur every once in a while, and we might still have democracy. You know what I, like? And it's like, and I'm not like a big user of the word, but hey man, there's nothing better than a well-timed one. And like, if somebody's walking past you in like a weird, like your buddy's walking past you in some pink shorts and you let it go in front of other buddies, that's not hurting anybody, all right? And then you would still have democracy.
Yeah, it is tough now, especially you're down in Chicago. You guys are full takeover right now, so.
Buddy.
It's rough. Maybe we could have used a couple more slurs and we would be okay.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I just wish. It's so hard because it's like when you are so online and you're so like PC, try to like be careful with everybody. It's like I'm all for that stuff, and I just sometimes I wish that these people would have been honest. Like, we just want to say slurs.
Yeah.
If they just like, I feel like we could have met in the middle and been like, you know what, maybe not in public, but maybe we could set up some slur speakeasies or something for you guys. But please just don't put Hitler back in there.
Like, I don't care about your lifestyle. Like, do whatever you want in the comfort of your own home. Just don't make it part of my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, please.
Yes. Like old school, good old fashioned. Hey, don't say that when we're in public, but like keep it in the house.
Yes. You can't tweet it.
No.
Like we can still have that, right?
Yes.
But then we'll let you say it.
Yes.
In a basement somewhere. Comedy cabin.
To the set. That is my joke every time I'm at the comedy cabin. It's like I could probably say it 3 times.
Really?
Like I could say it 3 times and nobody would say anything about it. And if I say it the 4th time, like then I just can't come back to Janesville because who are you gonna tell? Your fucking neighbor? Like nobody
exactly.
But like and it's one of those things. And then, yes, it's kind of like that's what like the point that was like, especially when Kimmel got fired or suspended or whatever the fuck for a minute, it's like you guys wanted to say the words on stage so bad that you brought in the guy that's not going to let us say anything.
And it confuses me because there was so many comedians that like, I mean, it's not confusing, I guess, but it's sad to see so many comedians.
I mean,
like,
rich comedians.
Yeah.
That are like, that somehow like they made it. Like, that's the thing that that trips me up the most. I'm interested to hear what you about say. Like, it's the same thing with like the Riyadh festival.
Oh yeah, we talked about this a little last week. I can't stand that shit.
Like, just like, if somebody were gonna give me $300,000,
you should take it.
I'm gonna take it, but because I don't have 300, that's life-changing money.
Yes, but if you're Andrew Schultz or you're fucking Tim Dillon, who tours, makes tons of money, has specials, makes tons of money, has 1 to 3 different podcasts that they're making tons of money off of, you don't need the extra $300,000. So you're just saying that even a small little bag,
and
extra
the
bag.
Fun like little spin that everybody's like, well, now the U.S. it's like there's more free speech in the UAE than there is in the United States, and it's like, Well, it's because our fucking coward comedians are going over there and saying shit instead of saying it here.
Yeah.
Like, you got the balls to go in front of like a place that kills journalists, and you're like, I still said the fucking rape joke or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And you're like, that wasn't on the list of things you can't say, you fucking coward. Like, say the thing.
And
like,
also, you guys helped put it, like, a chunk of them helped platform and get elected the guy who's not letting us say shit now.
Yes.
So.
And that's like, and it's kind of like, okay, cool, you're fucking rich already, so of course you're gonna want less taxes, and like, oh, you're rich and you're not as tapped into like what the world is going on now, so like you're getting a little less, like, you're not as good at stand-up because like you don't need to be, and you're not, it's like fucking Green Day making an album now versus when they're like living in squalor. It's not gonna be as fucking aggressive and hard. Like, you're gonna, it's gonna be more shiny and like, and I mean, they were like one of the good ones that are still speaking out about it. So not to like drag Green Day, but like as an example, we're like, yeah, like, you're a millionaire. Like, obviously you're not gonna have like a well thought out take about like fucking having to take your own garbage to the corner anymore.
Your finger's not really on the pulse anymore.
Yes, like
point.
You're detached from real life.
Yeah.
So like, just lean into that. Like you won.
Yeah.
Like, what are you bitching about?
I used to love, like, I feel like Daniel Tosh used to do a really good job with that.
Yes.
Personally,
he still does.
He is hilarious, and he's a dick.
Yeah.
And he's like, I not like you.
Anthony Jeselnik.
Yeah,
like,
great.
They both do like they say whatever they want.
Yeah.
But like, you just have to be good.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, that is,
Like, it's a very simple math.
Yeah.
Of, is it as funny as it is shocking? Go for it.
Exactly.
And sure, you don't know until you try to say it a couple of times. And like, I think that's where they get mixed up, is like, when they were like coming up in like the early 2000s, when you could say just like the most wild shit. And I mean, compared to the 90s, they couldn't say shit. Compared to the 80s, they couldn't say shit.
Yeah.
But like, you just have to be better.
Yeah, you were funny. It's like, if it's funny, like you're saying, if it's funny, it was gonna work. And also too, I think another problem too is that, like, when they were working on stuff then, I think maybe it was more in real life.
Yes.
Whereas now they're trying to clip everything, not even, and like them themselves, they have their own teams coming in and filming the sets, so they're doing it open mics, they're doing crowd work, they sometimes offensive, whatever, and then they get canceled for a joke, and they're like, well,
it's not worked out yet.
Yeah, and it's like, well, if, then don't film it.
Then don't put it on tape. Like,
or don't say it on your podcast if you haven't worked it out yet.
It's that's my fucking biggest qualm with the fucking like clip culture, is we've lost the idea of great because we want to put out as much shit as possible. Yeah. So if something's just good, that's top tier shit right now. It's like, if you put out a good joke and you're like, man, this really leveled in the, like, and that's the thing that gets me, is like, when you're in the room, you're like, this fucking crushed. And then you hear it on it's like specials versus live. Yeah. There's nothing better than like a live comedy show. Yeah. And then like, you're already taking it out of context because they weren't in the room. And then you're taking it out of the context, out of, like, you're 3 steps removed because you're taking a minute out of your 20, 30, 45 hour long set. And you're putting it on there. So they're already not in the room. Yeah. So like, and then the people in the room know that you're performing for your phone. Yeah. You're not writing a joke for those people in the room.
Oh, yeah. So
like, now, like, and you can, and yeah, sure, getting 1 million views, that's great because you can make a couple bucks off of that. Yeah. But you can't make 15 people laugh in a room. Yeah. Like, I've seen a girl staring down the barrel of her phone at a shitty open mic because she wanted to get this take on like a clip and put it out. And it's like, how about, you don't need to film it now. Yeah. Go to, like, get on a good show. Yeah. And do it then, so it's a good recording.
Yeah. Or like, why wouldn't you focus on, like, the thing that blows my mind with like comedians, especially if you're doing like takes, like you're giving like a take on something that's going on, you're doing that at open mic. Why not when you're at the open mic? I'm not saying don't film yourself, because that's great for practice. You can, like, you know, watch your stuff.
It's good to see yourself. Yeah. You see, hey, I did this stupid little turn. Oh, this is why it didn't work, because my fucking face looked like this.
Exactly.
Like, yes.
Yeah. Or I was too quick. Or you just, like, you can. It's good to watch film in anything, sports, anything, whatever, to just, you know, coach yourself. That's fine. But if you're at the open mic, maybe focus on the people that are at the open mic. And if you really want to get that takeoff and you want a clip, I don't understand why more comedians don't just, like, film talking head TikToks. Like
Yeah.
you don't have to do like. I'm not saying I'm not going to sit here and say like stand up is some like sacred thing that you shouldn't be clipping up or
Sure.
whatever. But like, why not have it be, even if you're like expounding on something more than, because then now there is context. If I just filmed it right here and I was just like, yo, like this is what's going on in Gaza, this is my thought on what's going on with Gaza, whatever, I can talk about it in the context of that video and I can give you everything I want to give you, whatever, instead of like trying to clip 1 minute of a 5-minute joke that I'm on stage but you weren't there, and now like you're saying you're being removed all these instances where it's like, dude, if I really wanted to just reiterate something I said in a, you know, either more funny or less funny, more serious way, whatever, just film a video for social media. You can be more than one thing. Like you don't have to have like your comedy page. There's some people I know from there's a couple comedians I know from New York that they do a decent job of that too, where they just like random dumb thoughts.
Sure.
And it's almost like live tweeting. Like a lot of comedians tweet real well. Right? It's like, just do that.
Yeah.
And then we don't have to, then that cures you get to feed the algorithm, so you get your good, better than great shit.
Yep.
And then you still have like the sanctity of your actual special or your like actual stagecraft is still special then.
Well, I think what like, and part of it too is like it worked for like Andrew Schultz. Well,
He was a huge pioneer.
Sam Morril, like all of that, like that group of guys who were like, we're good, but like we're not getting what we think we deserve. We're gonna make our platform on YouTube and shit.
Yeah.
People who weren't as good as them also saw that path, and what we did is made comedy a job versus an art form or a live performance.
Yeah.
Because like that's like the fucking nerds couldn't keep track of like, is this actually good or not? Or like the businesses couldn't be like, I wonder if this is engaging. I know these people are laughing, but does that lead to more chicken wing sales?
Yeah.
Like now we made it so the fucking nerds can have like a quotient on it. And it's like, there are people with hundreds of thousands of followers that can't follow me on stage because they can't touch what I'm doing.
Yeah. But they're better at the game than you.
They're better at the game.
Yeah, fuck.
And like, that's fine. Like there's always that like, I can be out networked, that's fine. I can be like out schmooze. If somebody's got like a rich dad, fine.
That
whatever.
helps,
Like good like that's what you're supposed to do. Like if you have a rich dad, you're supposed to take advantage of it.
You should.
Like I don't like Nepo babies, sure. Would it be cool if it didn't exist? Great, but like what's the point of doing well in life if your kid can't have an easier life? Like that's the whole fucking point.
Yeah.
Like I hate that less than like there's people who fucking make clip pages and put other people's clips on it.
Oh yeah.
And then they'll rack up the numbers.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's haha motherfuck comedy. It's their personal page now.
Yeah.
And like these fucking
They've got
dipshits
ads on it too.
Yeah,
and you're
these
like,
people don't know that like that's what they did, so they're like, who's this fucking guy? Well, I guess I just follow him now.
Yeah.
And it's like now you got 200,000 followers because you share Bill Burr clips. Like you didn't even do it.
Yeah, it is interesting. It's so weird, man. It was a I made it moment for us when we had somebody start clipping our shit. Like there was a couple pages that took some of our viral videos and were like just like putting like quicksand and like stupid like pleasing. I'm like, yo,
cool.
That's fucked, but also kind of cool. It was a silly moment to laugh at.
It is silly, and I mean it's cool.
But it's like crazy that someone's making money off.
Yes.
That. Like didn't tag me or nothing. We like it was just crazy.
Like part of me is like like that's part of the game. Like you're really good at the social media aspect of comedy. That's cool.
Yeah.
Maybe be somebody's social media guy.
Yeah.
You would probably make more like if versus you trying to do comedy and using your powers to like boost your own platform and putting out just fucking horse shit.
Yeah.
You could put out good shit and probably make more money.
Yeah.
Like I'm begging somebody to like, I'm going to send you all of my clips. You can take any dollar that I make on social media, I'll give you 100% of like any viral clip.
We gotta talk after this.
Yeah.
Let's talk.
Now,
after
like
this.
if there's like an ad deal or something, obviously with my stupid name and face, I want a piece of that.
Of course,
But like I need the stupid number to go higher so I can get booked at a club. I don't give a fuck about this.
Yeah.
I want like the people live laughing at me.
That's dude. Yeah, people don't get that too. So like it's actually so bizarre. Like I was able to book a pretty big venue here in Milwaukee that like I know guys that like have been performing, doing shows in the city for like a super long time. That like some of them called me and they're like, "Yo, how the fuck did you get this?" Like kind of mad almost.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I just got I got up some videos that went viral on TikTok with the music. I literally just showed them this is all my stuff.
Yeah.
They went, numbers big enough. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
That's it.
And I'm like, so I'm not saying that to like, I wasn't saying it to like flex on the guy, but I'm like, dude, like, it's fucked that's the game,
Yeah,
but like
but it's
that's
the
the
game.
game. So like I wanted to be able to do that show, so I invested in that.
And at a certain point, like, and my buddy is like a manager in LA, so like he doesn't represent. I want to be super clear that he doesn't represent me.
Yeah.
But when it's like time to get representation, he's gonna be my guy because he's my best friend for 10 years.
Yeah.
But like he'll be like, excuse me, he'll be like, you have to do this, this, and this. And it's like, yeah, but that's fucking gay.
You're like, no.
No,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But it's like, it's and it's just like at a certain point, you're like, what? It's a commercial. Like I'll put out a clip every once in a while. I do open mic recaps where it's just me down the barrel of the phone, walking home from the train, smoking weed. Like I'm going through what I did that night. I'll do it like 2 to 3 times a week. Maybe it'll be once every 3 weeks. Like, but it's like my way of doing it, staying active. I'll put clips out when I get a good clip.
Yeah.
I'm not clip hunting. I think that it's stupid. Like, I want to put on a good show. If something cool happens, obviously I'm going to put it up.
Yeah.
Like, I know that that's the game. But like, the way I was talking to another guy the other day about it is like, I'm playing a different game than what they're playing. They want social media clips and clout, and like they want the things that come from comedy. I want to be a comedian.
Yeah.
Like all of the trappings of like looking cool and like getting paid to say words and like getting your stupid face on thing. Like, yeah, obviously I want that. Like I'm an egomaniac like anybody else.
Oh, for sure.
But like I also want to be good at what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like, and I love comedy, so it's like the last thing I want is to like get famous for some like shitty like 15-second bullshit clip where I'm like I just make a fart noise and like that's what goes, and you're like, now I'm the fart noise guy.
That might happen because on this podcast we don't know.
Right.
You might get one of those shitty 15-second clips.
And like that's fine.
Yeah.
Like,
maybe you need a podcast so you can do both.
I have a podcast.
You have a podcast?
Yeah, I do.
No fucking way. Dude.
It's the worst podcast you'll ever listen to. But it's honestly like the one thing I have for me. Like it's like
so you're not gonna clip that up. We're not gonna clip that up.
I'll do like a clip from time to time, or like I think it's funny to like clip me singing into the microphone real quick before the show starts. Like before I even put it on YouTube, like if I'm listening to like a song or something and I'll just like test a level with it, like I'll post that from time to time.
Yeah.
And like I post like the video of the thing, but like it gets like 7 views and like 22 audio downloads, but like it's my thing. Like even like it's the one thing that like my manager buddy like won't even bring up because he knows like sure I could like put a structure to it and put it out regularly and like I know what I'm supposed to be doing. But it's like the last thing that I have for me where I'm just like plugging a microphone into the little square that goes into my fucking phone and we're going for a half hour to 45.
No, that's good. I think like it's important especially like if you're, you know, because we're talking like, you know, if you were to bring somebody on, like it's to get the number up so that you can get, because you want to focus on the comedian stuff. I think it's important to have those boundaries and know like, just draw lines in the sand of like, what are the things like, yes, I want to be successful at this, but what are the things I don't want to do? Like, what are the things that are, like you're saying, this is for you, right? Like it's, for some people, they maybe have less of those lines. Other people, they have more. But I think like finding that balance for you, whatever it is. I think a lot of, you know, comedians, they maybe the podcast is where they use that for everybody else, and then they keep the stand up for them. Like there's some comedians that I like Bobby Lee. I love like I love his stand up. I only got to see it once ever for like 10 minutes because people started heckling him and he started going with the heckling. It was so fucking stupid. But he's great, but he uses like the podcast as to drive all of the ticket sales. Like it's like he does the podcast thing. He doesn't care how that gets clipped up or whatever. That's sort of feed the capitalist machine. But then I still have my art. That's the comedy. And I think finding that balance, like figure out like what things you want to give into the machine and what things you don't.
And I think that's where people get confused is like, and that's like I was having the same argument, conversation, whatever, is like losing the idea of like everybody wants to get the clips and the take because of whatever's going viral at that moment. So you have to like hodgepodge put together some bullshit just to get it out there. And that's the most important thing.
Right here.
Is that it's out
every
there.
week. That's us.
Which it's fine. I mean,
no, I'm just kidding.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
It's like you have like production value and like
Sure,
that's
we
part
try.
of the game.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like you're like talking to interesting people and
we do. That we do. Yeah.
but like and that like that is good. But like if like fucking Trump falls down some steps, like some fucking white chick or like some fucking edgelord guy's got to be like, oh, Trump fell down some steps, and you got like you're taking everybody hostage at that fucking open mic or like that show.
That is hard.
And it's like, how about we wait 2 weeks? Like, write a good like. I still tell a joke about that time Joe Biden fell off of the bike. That was fucking 4 years ago. However long ago it was, 3 years ago. Times a square circle or whatever.
I do
but
hate
like,
going to an open mic on a heavy news week cycle.
Yes.
Like if something big, if there's a big viral story, those are the worst. As a enjoyer of comedy, it's the worst one to go to watch because it's 20 of the same thing.
And everybody's just trying to get their fucking thing for their phone so they can post it. And it's like, sit down, write it out. I understand that the news is going to change in 3 days, but like John Q. Public is still going to remember when Joe Biden fell off of that bike. And it's funny still because like if you write it in an evergreen way, you can tell that joke 3 years later.
And also people do enjoy like referential comedy and they're not as stupid as we think all the time. So like they can remember something from 2 weeks ago.
And it's also part of like your job to like kind of like I'm telling a protest joke about like how I like going to protests because I'm like protest hot. Like I'm Kendall Jenner at protests.
Oh god, yeah.
Right? So then I like
see it.
take it back to like that Black Lives Matter Pepsi commercial of like I think we like now that I'm protest hot, like I think we owe her an apology because like if somebody were to give me like an ice cold Pepsi while I'm marching for I might go home. Like it's that's all I need. Like it's hot out and somebody gave me like I'm less mad, you know?
Yeah.
So like but like people like I had to like learn to take that second to be like, oh, like remember, like I remember it because I'm thinking about it and obviously I thought of it, but you have to be like, but like remember how she gave that cop a Pepsi fucking 5 years ago, and instantly everybody's like, oh yeah, I remember, and like you just have to take that split second. Yeah. Where like I can tell that joke 5 years later.
People still get it.
Yes.
Still remember that. Yeah.
And like I just like wrote that a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
And it's just like, but this is like a placeholder for that.
Yeah.
And I understand like you can put out the dumb shit bullshit thing, but like imagine if somebody found you from like one of your good clips and then saw that everything was that quality versus like and I'll like Michael Kuski got one of his clips on TikTok got like millions of views because Selena Gomez like clipped the audio from it.
Oh wow.
So then it like went to it and it was just like him saying like I don't care, some shit like that. And then like all of his shit blew up for like a week, but then people are like, oh well, I don't give a fuck about this podcast like at all. It was like from his podcast thing. Yeah. And then it's just like, okay, that was cool. You got like 1 million views on 5 videos in a row, but then like now you're back down to whatever it was. Yeah. Where like, okay, one of your things fucking pops and then like people are like, all right, let's look through it, and they're like, oh, I actually fuck with this. Yeah. Versus like, this is the dumb shit thing that popped. Oh, the rest of his stuff isn't like Selena Gomez approved or like isn't about this or like isn't good. Like that's the worst thing that could ever happen.
Yeah, having a foundation is so like I feel like it is important. If you're going to choose to play the game,
sure,
you got to have you got to have either at least in my opinion, I've always been a believer of like having a catalog. Like if I have a song that went, you know, some influencer took it on TikTok or something and went viral. Luckily, I got a bunch of music out. Yeah. But it would suck if I had one song out or 2 songs
out. That fucking happened to some cat. Like he had a song that like went like uber viral because of TikTok.
Oh yeah, tons of them.
And then he fucking did like this crazy like festival set or something. Like he got booked at this festival, had the one song, but like now he's out of the business because they gave him like a 45-minute set and he had the one song and the rest of them were ass.
Yeah, and
now,
everyone was
nobody's
like,
coming back.
Everyone was like, please get off the fucking stage. Yeah. We only want to hear you sing the one song.
The amount of TikTokers that I've opened for that like can't fucking follow me is like insane.
I'm sure.
And I love those gigs. Like I know people like bitch about it and like, yeah, sure, it'd be better if like a real comic was out there, but like you have people in front of you that are there to see comedy and you know that they follow people on social media,
So this is your chance.
blow them out of the fucking water.
Exactly. Yeah.
And like I've made like I'm forgetting it, but like my buddy Derek Cahill, like he's like a big Instagram guy. Like he popped on there and like he started in comedy, had to quit, was working like a sales job, just like started like an online thing for himself.
Yeah.
Started blowing up. Then like a club in Texas brought him back to like, they're like, hey, do you want to try stand up? And he's like a real comic too. So it was like when I went, like I met him in April of this year, something like that, March.
Yeah.
And like it was maybe the best weekend of stand up that I had done. Fucking 5 shows in a row, just murder after murder. Like I was and he would just like go up there and just like, no problem, just fine. And I'm like, this dude fucking rips. Like and it's like, and it's almost like one of those like instantly you're like, okay, like this guy got there that way.
Yeah.
But like he's actually a comic. You know what I mean?
There's a
like
lot of
he's
people
not
that don't necessarily. Yeah. Yeah. That's hard.
Cactus Tate. She's like I opened for, she like sold like 300 tickets in Fort Wayne, Indiana on a Thursday. And you're just like, that's incredible. She's got 4 million plus TikTok followers and all this shit. And like, she got like TikTok famous because she started stand up and was like, hey, come with me through my journey through stand up. So she had only been like when I worked with her, and now like she's touring the country and it's like doing a great job. Obviously gorgeous, very nice, like one of the nicest people I've ever met.
Yeah.
Like
she got big documenting the process of getting good. Wow.
And like, so and like you would think like she's like, I don't know, 24, 25, something like that, young, hot, big following. You're like, oh, this is going to be like a disaster to deal with. And she was great. Like she's like a sweetheart, perfect, like very, very funny. Yeah. Maybe not for a whole 45 minutes, but like 20 minutes, like her 20 kept up with mine. Like I didn't feel bad about that. And like then like there was like another 20 minutes that like she's still working on, but she's been doing it for like a year.
Yeah, that's
for
crazy.
Being a year in, she's great.
Exactly.
But like for headlining a room, people are like, man, that's a really long time.
Oh, I know that's a thing that a lot of artists, since TikTok specifically, is on like the music side of things, where like people will have something blow up and they like the good managers will like push them to do smaller rooms.
Yes.
They're like, don't do like, yes, you can do, we know you can book the Eagles Ballroom and do 4,000 people right now because that's where we're at social media wise, but it's not going to be a good set, and it's not going to, like, those people are not going to end up being lifelong fans. Those people are there for the moment because you're the moment right now.
Yes.
But if you're still going to be the moment, you're still the moment online, but let's do some real shit in person right now. Let's do 500 person rooms, 300 person rooms, because now you're going to build, those are diehards.
They're diehards,
and you're working through shit.
It also helps that venue because, like, I think, like, obviously comedy clubs need to sell tickets.
100%.
That's money makes things stay open. We're doing this for money. We're doing it, whatever. I understand the business we're in. But how many TikTok acts need to come in that you're going to sell 5 shows? If they're, like, let's say they're doing the weekend. They're going to do 5 shows. You're going to sell out those 5 shows. But that person's not going to, and this is separate from the people I've already stated. They did great. They're very nice people. But like, they're going to come in, they're going to bomb 5 shows in a row. So guess who's not ever going to a comedy show again? Regardless of that not being comedy.
Yeah.
They're not coming to a comedy show.
Yeah.
Where like, if you get like a Zanies or like a fucking, I guess, Mothership or like comedies, the Cellar, like all of those places, you're not like, I'm going to see Mike Birbiglia at the Cellar tonight. You're like, I got tickets for the Cellar. What are they putting up? Because they are putting good shit up.
Curating good shit.
Yes.
Yeah, that's important.
And people can trust their taste on things.
Yes.
Versus like, oh, they'll just put whoever sells tickets, they're mercenaries.
Yeah.
And it's like that's where it hurts the business. Is like, now you have like clubs that are like chasing the buck and like don't invest in younger talent.
Yeah.
So then, like, younger talent is chasing down either the number themselves or opening for one of those people on the road. Yeah. And it's like, then you're performing just for TikTok crowds.
Yep. Yeah,
so you're already, like, skewed to, like, whatever that person wants.
Have you ever seen, dude, have you ever seen the clip of Steve Lacy when he had that moment? I don't know if you know who Steve Lacy is, Bad Habit. Like, I bite my tongue. That's a bad habit. It's a super popular song. A couple
Okay,
years ago.
cool,
Massive
great.
on TikTok. Huge.
Yeah.
Probably diamond song.
Good for him.
Great. But so everybody knows there's the one part of the song everybody knows.
Yeah.
And he was like visibly pissed off, like walked off stage because no one knew any of the other lyrics at a show. When he was like,
'Cause why
when he
would
was
you?
the moment. And it was like, he literally was like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
It's like, and he's a great artist. Like
Sure.
he has great music. And he's like written with some crazy good people too. But like that song got so big.
But also be self-aware.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's like the fucking Oasis not wanting to play fucking Wonderwall.
Yeah,
like when
what
it's
are
in
we
the middle.
doing,
It's
man?
like
Yeah.
what do we? We're here for Wonderwall.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. You just have to.
You have to do
I'm
that.
so sorry that you made so much money off of this absolute banger.
Yeah.
That now it's old playing it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel so bad for you that
Yeah.
people from all over the world want you to
Relate
just
to this song,
Suck it
feel
up
this.
and play the fucking song for 5 minutes. I'm
Yeah.
sorry that like you're trapped by your success, but like
Yeah.
that's the game.
Some of us still got to pull shots of espresso and
Yeah.
pour drinks. Like, come on, man. I'll play Wonderwall. Give me the
Yeah, give me the fucking
guitar.
thing.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Yeah,
Like I'll play
exactly.
Wonderwall every single day if you want me to.
Absolutely, dude. I would do it till the end of time.
Like
End of time.
it's for the right amount of money.
Oh yeah. Oh,
For
yeah.
probably way less money than you would do.
I'll go do it at the Riyadh Comedy Festival. I'll go.
I'll fucking, I'm doing jokes for free all the time.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're gonna give me this much money and tell me I have to tell this joke.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah. Wow, man. It is. Yeah, it is crazy.
Like I'm sure
the
it's
entitlement.
annoying, and you'd
Yeah.
be like, "Hey, it's like Bert Kreischer can't love taking his shirt off every time that." I mean, maybe
He
that's
probably does.
fucking Jim Gaffigan talking about Hot Pockets, where he's like,
Yeah.
and he goes, "Yeah, I have to do Hot Pocket. Like that's I'm known for Hot Pocket. I have to do fucking Hot
I have to do that
Pocket.
joke. Yeah.
Sorry that my fans want to see fucking Hot Pockets. Like
Yeah.
they've come and seen me for 25, 30 years. I've got to say fucking Hot Pockets so I can buy a house with imagination. Like I think
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think we
come
can
on,
do
man.
that.
We can compromise there. Yeah.
They're like fucking pumping gas or like in a fucking coal mine, getting
Yeah.
scraping together money to come
to my
see
show.
this,
To see
watch
the
me-
Hot Pockets.
Yeah, to watch me in a fucking cool jacket say words in a theater that like some president got assassinated at, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you're like, oh, and I just got to talk about Hot Pocket. Like, yeah, man, just fucking suck it up. You got
Yes,
it.
Please, yeah, please. Is it what have we not gotten to today? We're around that
So
hour and a
much.
half mark. What,
We could do this for like 8 more
I
years.
feel like we
so.
could. Is there anything last things you want to get off your chest before we wrap up?
No, I mean fuck Donald Trump, but other
Absolutely.
than that, can I just please go? Can I just have my city back? Like,
Yeah.
come to Wisconsin. They want you.
No, man, no, we don't. There's a lot of people that do actually, but I don't.
I lived
Please
in
don't.
Take over downtown Waukesha.
Waukesha would love it.
I think we could.
I will give you Waukesha.
Let's
Trump.
give them Waukesha.
Please, Lord and Savior Donald Trump, come to Waukesha, Wisconsin. Waukesha would love you. Nowhere, just get out
You
of Chicago.
Can take it.
Yeah.
Take your big ugly fucking name off of the building downtown.
Yes.
Just get out of. We have something cool. I understand that you don't like cool things because you're not cool. I get it. I'm
Yeah.
sure you're like black people rip. Like
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
like, they're the best.
Yeah.
Like fucking, we got great fucking tamales. Like
Yeah.
leave them alone.
But we don't. Yeah, they don't want you there. Go where you're wanted.
Yes.
Waukesha, baby.
Go to Waukesha.
Yeah.
They went just like we went since I lived there. Eric Trump went to like some fucking, I forget the name of the restaurant, otherwise I'd put him on blast, but they like had him there for a fundraiser, and we just happened to go to dinner there like an hour after the fundraiser was over, so it was
Wow.
like dead.
Yeah.
And like the waiter was like, I can't even vote. I'm a felon, but like he's my fucking guy. And I'm like,
Oh
well,
my
like great, man. Like I'm glad that we had this talk. Can you bring me some fucking mozzarella sticks
Yeah.
now? Like before I leave. Like
Yeah.
I did like
What are we doing?
yeah, like
man?
now I just want to go eat somewhere else. Like it's but like they love you there. Go to fucking Waukesha.
Yeah, Waukesha would love it. Waukesha would love it. Shout out Waukesha. You know,
Fuck
that's
it.
great.
Fuck Waukesha.
Yeah. It's amazing. No, man, I appreciate you, Ray, for
No,
coming
this
and
is
doing
the
the
best.
show
This rips.
and chopping it up. Ray's Instagram is linked down below. You got some
Yes.
shows coming up we should plug before we
Yeah.
wrap here.
At Ray Rowers Comedy on everything, especially Venmo. If you want to send me money, that'd be awesome. I
yeah.
need money to purchase a weapon.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this. The government's taking my city over. The 11th, I have a show in Chicago called Wow, You're Actually Funny. It's at Surge Billiards. That place rules. Crash Out Comedy next Monday on the 13th. Big one, if you're in the Milwaukee area, I'll be back here doing Copper Comedy. It's their first one of the season through Business Casual Comedy. Shout out Brandon. Copper Comedy, that is at Dugout 54 on Saturday the 15th. 25th, Saturday the 25th. I'll be back in Milwaukee.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah.
Well, appreciate you doing the show, man.
Dude, this was awesome.
Everybody that tuned in live or people that are going to be listening days after or watching over on Spotify or YouTube, want to say thank you to you guys as well. Also want to say a quick shout out to our patrons up on the screen right now. If you guys are interested in getting behind the scenes access to extra podcasts, extra videos, as well as a series where I break down, I mix, master, write, record every single one of my songs, go to patreon.com/Darren Rita and you can help support the channel for as little as $1. Also want to say a quick shout out to Alpine House 2 and to Impulse Cameras for sponsoring this episode of the pod. Their stuff is linked down below too. So with all that being said, this has been the 327th episode of the Detox Podcast. I'll see you guys next week.